Hi everyone, in this full video we are going to build this amazing video calling application using Android Studio, Kotlin and ZEGOCLOUD with high quality video and audio call, no latency, and every functionality is handled same as WhatsApp. We have integrated the ZEGOCLOUD video and audio call SDK. ZEGOCLOUD is offering different SDKs for video and audio call, real-time chatting, live streaming, and many more. The best part is they are offering 10,000 free minutes. You can have this bonus as well. You can find the link of this website below this video. Let's not waste time and get started. First, you need to register yourself on ZEGOCLOUD website. Choose your favorite browser. At the search section, you need to write ZEGOCLOUD. Click at the first link, ZEGOCLOUD website link. This is the interface of this website. It's offering different SDKs like voice and video apps, chat APIs. You can build chatting apps, live streaming apps. Now at the top, you need to click on sign up button. In here, you need to fill your personal information like first name, last name. I have already built my account and registered myself. Your region, you have to select that, your email and verify your email, set a password. Once you verified your email, you will be directed to the dashboard and this pop-up you would face. In here you can write your company name, anything, any app that you would build, and according to your industry you have to name this, and anything. I would write influencer. Leave, if you don't have any website, leave it. Job title, individual developer, industry, IT technology services, and phone number. You need to write your phone number here and click on continue. After filling those informations, you would face this page that it is showing the benefits of ZEGOCLOUD website. It has 10,000 free minutes. That the biggest advantage, that they are offering 10,000 free when you build any apps, one-to-one video call app, live streaming app, karaoke app. You would use 10,000 minutes for free. This is the biggest advantage of using ZEGOCLOUD from its SDK. Click on go to dashboard. It will take a moment to direct you to the dashboard. On dashboard, click on create your first project. As you can see in here, they are offering different SDKs like voice and call SDK, video conference, live streaming, and different other SDKs that you can see in here. Online karaoke, watch together. You can build different apps and use from their SDKs. It is very easy and very quick. Click on voice and video call. Scroll down, click on next. In here you can name your project video call demo. Scroll down, and in here we are using from UIKits. Click on start with UIKits. You can get their SDKs as well. It will take some time. Now in here you can click on for Android. At the right side you can see one-on-one call or group call. We are building one-on-one call. You can click for group call as well. At the bottom you can click on save and start to integrate. In here you need to copy your app ID and app sign. They are very important. They are connecting you to the ZEGOCLOUD. It will verify that it is you, so they are very important. Copy them. So click on quick start after copying. In here scroll down, you can see their Maven files, their APIs, and their dependency that you need to add their dependency, and this code that you need to write in your activity, and in here the XML UI that you need to build. Now let's go to Android. Now on Android you need to click on new project, empty view activity. Name your project video call demo. API 26, you have to, minimum SDK should be API 26 because 24 is very old. So click on finish, delete this part of code. And let's do the setup for our project. Open the Gradle script, setting Gradle, click on setting Gradle. In here under dependencies to add the Maven files, these two. Some customization is needed, like it should be under these quotations and curly brackets. There's a URI, same for other URI. We are done from here. Go to module level Gradle. In here you need to copy and paste their dependency. Okay, dependency is added and Maven file both. Click on sync. Now we are done with here. Go to manifest file. We have to set up the manifest, the number of permissions that they are needed in here. Start with users permission. The first permission would be camera permission that we have to add. Camera permission. So the next permission is there's error. I would tell you why it is happening. Now another permission is the audio permission. Modify audio setting permission. The next permission is access Wi-Fi state permission. We have to declare that as well because we need for Wi-Fi, people are using with Wi-Fi as well, so we have to declare in application level. So in here the access Wi-Fi permission, access network permission also we need. Users permission, access network permission, and another permission is internet permission, which is highly needed. So internet permission is also done. The next permission, that's it. We don't have any other permission. And now let's solve the error that we are facing here. Let's see. Permission exists without corresponding hardware. We have to declare the features, hardware features in here. The first hardware feature for camera is hardware camera. Oops. Name hardware camera permission. Required false. Another feature we need is for autofocus and required false, because they're handled by SDK. The UI kit that we are getting, the SDK that we are getting is already handled in there. These are all the permissions and features that we need for application, video call application that we need. Now we are going to create the call activity. Go to Kotlin plus Java, and here you are going to create a new empty view activities and name your activity as call activity. Click on finish. Delete these codes. Go to call XML. Replace this with the one it is here on website. It will be much easier for you. All we need is this much for call activity. The other UI is with the rest of UI is all the button and camera, audio, all of them will be managed by ZEGOCLOUD. The UI kit that we are getting, the dependency that we have in our build.gradle, so we don't need anything else in here. Now we are going to design our main activity, which will be our first interaction, that you will write the room ID and click on join to the call. So in here what we need, we are erasing this, change the layout as linear layout. Now in here it should be match parent, yes, and the ideas we don't need anything, to change anything from that. Now the gravity should be center, orientation vertical, and the padding should be 24. Enough padding, yes. And we need a text view to show that this is video collab. We need a text view. The weight will be wrap content, the height would be wrap content as well, and the text would be, write the text would be video collab simple, and the size would be 28 sp, around that text size, 28 sp, and the style should be bold, text style bold, and the margin bottom should be around 40 dp to be a little bit higher. Margin bottom should be 40, yeah. So that's it. First text, and we need an edit text to get the user input. We should give an ID for it. ID at call ID edit text. And that's it. The weight should be match parent to be aligned for both sides, and height should be wrap content, and the hint should be, hint is very compulsory in here, enter room ID, given an example for them as well, like 1 2 3 4. Let's make it an example, and input type is text. It's a simple text, and the padding, it should have a padding should be 16 dp is enough. And next thing, the background should be, we are using from Android drawable edit box background. That's good, simple and good, yeah. And let's go to button. We have to create a button as well to click on join to the video call. A user can click on it after entering the ID. Now button, it should be match parent wrap content, and the ID, let's give it an ID. We have to write it on top. It is good, more visible. ID, it is join btn, and margin top should be a little bit gap between the edit text and button. Margin top should be 20 dp, and text should be join room, and background tint to have a different color. Background tint, we are giving a color for it. Yes, green would be good, and the color would be white. The text color will look good, yeah. Now it, as you can see, it is simple and beautiful. UI should be simple and understandable. Now go to your main activity. We have to handle the user interaction. I would not use from view binding because we don't have that much UI in our main activity. I'm using from simple find view by ID. We have our variables call input to take the user input, find view by ID. It was edit text, and we have to find through its ID, call ID edit text, and another, we have a button in there. Okay, it was join button, join btn, I would write in here. Find view by ID, it was from button, and we are finding it with its ID. Its ID is join btn, yes. And in here I am going to handle the user interaction after entering the room ID and clicking on join button. So join btn dot set on click listener to handle the listener or the user interaction. Set on click listener. Inside this, we are going to declare a variable and initialize it with call ID variable, and initialize it with the edit text value that we will get from user. So call input, the variable call input dot text, to a string. We are getting the user input in this call ID that we needed. In here, a condition is needed that this call ID should not be empty. Call ID dot is not empty, and after ensuring that, we are going to navigate from this activity to another activity along with our call ID that we needed in call activity. So val intent for navigation purpose, this from intent class context should be written at the first, then which activity we are going, that should be written call activity, and okay, that's it. We are passing the call ID along our navigation. When we are navigating this message and call ID, we have to pass in here intent from put extra function we are using in here to pass the call ID that we needed in call activity. So a message would go to identify, and the variable call ID would be gone with it. So start activity and passing our intent variable. So in here I have sent the call ID along our navigation. So we need to have this in our call activity. We are done with main activity. Now let's go to call activity and write the code for call activity. As you can see in here, this code should be written in our call activity, but we are going to customize and add some more permissions and everything. Let's go and write the code. The code would be exact the same code, but we are going to customize it to add some permissions as well. So in here we are going to get the call ID or the room ID that we have sent from the main activity to this activity. We can take that first a variable to take that variable and store it inside this variable call ID again, and we are going to get it by intent get extra function, get a string extra because it is from a string type. So the message that we have sent by that message, we are going to take that call ID and we are making it safe to avoid from crash if by somehow the ID is missing. We are going to assign it as default. This is Elvis operator that we can assign it as default room, that it will avoid from crash if your ID would be missing and you would not have the ID. It will be as default room. So now we are going to create the add call fragment function, same as the one that I have shown you in the website. This one, let's go and write the code for it. Private function fun keywords add call fragment, and we have a parameter which is call ID that we will pass it room ID or call ID that we have taken from another activity by get string extra. We have taken it in here at the top. We are going to pass that ID in here. That's from a string, and inside this function we are having two things that I have told you to copy them and keep them safe. It is app ID. The first one is app ID, val app ID, which is the unique ID that I have told you to keep it. The one mine I would write in here. Another one is app sign that I have told you as well. This one to copy it and keep it safe. I will copy that and paste it here. Now in here I am going to paste my app sign that I have copied earlier. Now this error is because of equal to. Okay, in here now I am going to create a user ID or username for users. It will be a random user ID that every user should be having a different user ID. I would use from random function first variable user ID equal to user, a text that it should be understandable that it is user, following by a random number I would use from random function dot next integer. It will be from 1000 to 999. Between this range from 1000 to 999 we will have our random user ID, and the username will be always username. It will be the username plus user and user ID, that it was a random ID that we have initialized it in above this code. Yes, and the next thing is now I'm using from Zego UI Kit, that it is providing the one-to-one call functionality for us, and I will write the variable config equal to Zego, the class name Zego UI Kit. It is pre-built. We are importing this class, and from this class we need one-on-one call dot apply. It will apply the one-on-one call for us, and inside this we are going to turn on the camera joining microphone as well. Okay, turn on camera when it is joined. Completely the keywords that they are using, they are completely understandable what is happening in your code. And another would be microphone, turn on microphone equal to true. And now we are going to create the fragment, that inside the fragment it should be represented. Now the variable fragment is equal to Zego UI Kit again, the one it was in here, but the last we have fragment. It's not config, it is fragment. Import this class, and we need a new instance to create in our memory. It will be created in our memory. The new instance from this Zego fragment, new fragment will be created in our memory. It would have the app ID, app sign, user ID. All are needed will be stored in ZEGOCLOUD username. Let me check. Yeah, username, or we forgot in here. Okay, call ID and config. That's it. Now fragment is also done. Fragment manager, we have to replace this fragment with the one that we have. Support fragment manager dot begin transaction replace dot replace or dot ID dot our fragment container, which is in our call activity XML, that we have given this ID for it. Now the fragment should be changed with that fragment, and in here we are going to commit or save the changes. That's it. This much code was needed. Now we are going to handle the camera and microphone permissions. Either a user will allow or deny to access the camera and microphone. What should happen? We are going to handle that here. The first method that we are going to override, it is on request permission result. It is giving the choice for user. Either a user will allow or deny what should happen in any case. So we are going to override function on request permission result, and this method is having a request code which will check if a user will allow the permission. This code will match, and the array of permissions, which are microphone and camera, and grant result, it would be also an array. So we are going to write its condition in here. So let me scroll up a little bit to be visible. Okay, in here I'm going to write a condition. If a request code that we are giving here would be 101, and if the grant result is not empty, if dot not empty, and grant result is having both the microphone and camera, the package manager will be permission granted. You're giving the permission in here. We granted the permission, and after that we are going to navigate to the call activity. So we need the call ID. We are getting it from the main activity that we have sent, that ID, the room ID. Now dot get extra, a string extra, that specific ID that we have given. And if we are missing that ID, I am giving a default string for it as default room, as earlier we have given, and we are calling the add call fragment, and we are passing this ID. So when the user will grant the permission, allow the permission, the video call screen will appear for it and they are getting access to the video call. So in the else case, if a user will deny, a toast will appear and toast, make a toast, it will be the context first, then a message, camera and my permissions are required. So this message will appear for user and the length of toast will be long that user can see it properly and show the toast and finish from activity. It will navigate back. So this is the callback method, and two more methods we need in here for checking the permission and requesting the permission. If a user already allowed the permission earlier, then no need to request back. If a user will be new, it will request a permission for him. Okay, where's the request permission? You're going to write the request permission function request permission. Inside that, activity compat dot request permissions context and array of both permissions, android dot manifest dot permission dot camera first to request camera, and the second permission will be android dot manifest dot permission dot record audio. Both permissions are required to be requested, and this request code is also needed. Okay, another method will be for checking the permission if a user has already given the permission or not. Function check permission. It will be a boolean. If a user has already allowed the permission, then it will be true, and if a user has not given the permission, it will be false. And we need permissions variable equal to array of android dot manifest dot permission dot camera and android dot manifest dot permission dot record audio, and it will return both of the permissions dot all, both of the permissions to be checked in here, and context compat dot check self permission. Both the permission will be checked in here by this function check self permission. So the first thing we have our context, it will be here, package manager dot permission granted. So we are done with all the functions. So inside the onCreate, we are checking if a user has allowed the permission or not. Accordingly, we are giving the permission to navigate to the video call screen or not. The check permission function will check if a user has already given, it will be directed to the call screen. Otherwise, the permission will be requested. That's it. You're running the program. After running the application, the first screen is video call up screen. In here, you need to write your room ID. You can write anything. I have written 1, 2, 3, 4. You can click on join room. Share the same room ID to the second device after installing this application in that device. Then you can join to the call. This is a call screen, same as WhatsApp or any other application. You can see the high quality video call. These buttons are provided by ZEGOCLOUD, end button, turning camera and everything. This was the end of this tutorial.